Hi.
Hello. It's a mad day for a coast to coast
Good Lord.
episode.
Oh,
Dude, it's
just
kind of
blew out
warm
my
in the
eardrums.
camper. It's warm in here. Weird.
Don't you got air in there?
Well, yeah, but it's not that kind of warm. If I had a window open, maybe I'll just open the door cord for a minute.
There you go. It is a mad day on the Coast to Coast podcast. Welcome back, by the way, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Head on down to the link tree. We got stuff. Just
We
check out the
do
stuff.
things to
You'll
do.
probably like some of the stuff. Maybe not all of it, but you'll like most of it.
Something. Yes,
Okay.
no, maybe.
I'm liking that shirt you got on there, buddy. It almost looks like red.
Yeah, it's the bloodhound. My mama got me two of them. She said you can wear one around, another one for work for Christmas. They're cheap on
Nice.
Amazon. Love you, mama, but
Nice.
my brain went through. You bought these off of Amazon when I got red shirts and shit. You could have bought me my own stuff.
Right.
Red actually on
Right.
it. Mm.
And then it would have been a twofer as a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Not only would you get the shirt, but
A little bit of money.
the podcast makes some dough. Not a whole lot of dough, but a penny saved is a penny earned.
Still, the government takes your penny.
Until or 99.9% of that. I must say, this Kool-Aid jammer, it is hitting the spot. It's not a Capri Sun, but it's hitting the spot.
Well, for the days I've had, this bourbon is hitting the spot.
Atta boy.
So,
Atta boy. So Nick's been having some crazy things happening at work. I've been having some crazy things happening at work. We're contemplating just having a little rant going on today. We haven't made up our minds completely, but we're thinking about it. So
we've
we'll
had
see where
our
this goes.
let's get vocal stuff, and sometimes we throw in our beans, bullets, and band-aids things, which I want to do more of. But the last couple of days, I've been solidly going, I just want to talk to you guys and go on here and go, what the fuck is going on around here?
Right, the whole world's going to hell in a handbasket, buddy.
It's insane.
Hey, at least your schedule for work, you're able to manage, because mine
Is everywhere.
I haven't been able to manage the last few days, man. It's been nuts. It's been cray.
I couldn't do
I
your
went in
hours, dude. I
for
would die. I can't do it.
Dude, bro, I went in for a swing shift yesterday. While I was there, found out that two of the overnight people were calling off. So I came home early. I didn't finish the swing shift because the swing shift is usually from 3 to midnight. I left at like 9:30, 9:40. Got home about 10:30, and then got everything set up, closed for today. Right, this is all last night. Got clothes for today, work uniforms, whatever you want to call it, set up, put out in the living room on the coffee table, laid down in my armchair so that my alarm wouldn't wake up my wife and them. Got about an hour and a half nap by the time I finally fell asleep anyways, and then went back to work and got there at 3 a.m. this morning. Got home at 10:30, 10:40 this morning. Did some laundry and whatnot, put it away, crashed out at about noon. Next thing I know, my wife's waking me up at 4. Apparently she had come home with our daughter, because Megan's got a temperature of 102 at daycare. So Britt went and picked her up early, got home, put our daughter down for a nap. According to my wife, that was at about 12:30, 12:45. So, about 45 minutes or so after I had laid down. And apparently my wife even took a nap right next to me. I didn't even know she was there, dude. It could have been a home intruder and I'd have been just dead to the world.
That's tired.
Yeah, bro, dude, that was nuts. That was nuts. She wakes me up at 4 o'clock. I'm like freaking out. Whoa, when did you get here? Tells me all this. I'm like, holy crap. Well, I'm glad it's you and not someone else with the mosquito eater out here in the garage.
That looked like a bat so close to the camera.
I don't know.
Dude,
I got the garage door open because it's 1.5 million degrees.
My
Gotta cool it down in
problem,
here.
I had it this morning after sanding all that sheetrock yesterday. I woke up this morning, my shoulders and shit killing me. You know I have shoulder issues. I wake up and it was
I
I
know you
remember
got some
what
shoulder
time.
issues. You and I did a hypnotism
Yeah.
exercise, and I took your pain away a year or so ago. That was fun. Oh, fun fact, people. I know how to hypnotize people,
Yeah.
and it works virtually via Zoom. Can you believe it? That was cool.
So I get up this morning, I look at the time, I'm like, I could lay here a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I have times where I do that and I pass back out. I wake back up and I'm like thinking it's been 20 minutes. Fucking hour later. I'm like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, I better get up and get going to work. Honey, where's the Ben Gay? My shoulder's feeling a little shitty today.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something because I know you're kind of out of loop because you're too busy to keep up.
Oh, dude, are we talking about things going on in the world?
Yeah, because we don't do this a lot,
Okay.
but we're gonna go a little bit off of coast to coast and go somewhere we tend to don't really go too much too often. We dabbled.
Usually because usually
We
gets
get
us in trouble, but
yeah.
okay, I'm ready.
So you know what Title 42 is, right?
Explain it for everybody.
Title
Reader
42.
Reader's Digest version, buddy.
Title 42 was originally for like disease control. So if there's a pandemic type of thing, you use it for immigrants or whoever going tourists back and forth to countries. But during the pandemic, it was utilized as stopping the flux of immigration from Mexico here, and
Hmm.
it's been in place. It was ending, and it ended over the weekend, ended days ago. And right as
Okay.
the days came for it to end, there was like thousands waiting. They're just waiting for that day.
Oh, I think I saw an article on that. It was like 700,000 or something like
Dude,
that, right? It was a
I don't
lot.
remember the number, but since then, mass hysteria. They're freaking flooding in. There's so many coming in that while they're processing some of them are actually coming through, they're so busy with all those that there's thousands just coming around where the wall stops and they're just flooding in. Nobody's stopped. They're just boop right on in. And they're pushing
Wow.
them. Here's I'm gonna tell you a bunch of things that are very interesting about this. It makes it even more. It's not your normal situation. It's not the normal where they're flooding in from Mexico like we usually have. All right.
Okay.
To me. Correct me if I'm wrong if the same type of thing I'm about to bring up has been happening.
Okay.
So you already have all
I
of
gotta
the we'll
remember
just
shit from 2 years ago.
Mexico and South America shit, people coming from wherever, But this time it's very, very specifically mostly like military age men, mostly. And the influx, they're pushing them and they're spreading out into the red states.
Why?
Think about that.
Why?
Who's letting them in? Think about who's letting them
Interesting.
in. Think about
Mm-hmm.
who wants to keep hold of everything and
Mm-hmm.
think about who are these people going to vote for if they get to be allowed to vote?
Well, I'm
So if
telling you
they're
right
flooding the
now,
red states, there's a chance of now we're losing more states.
yeah. Well, I am telling you right now, if any of them decide to start any kind of shit in a red state, that's not where you want to start
No. There's been
it.
gunfire, dude. There's been all kinds of shit. There's like there was a immigrant place. I think Mexico was gonna deport them because of something. So they tried to like I just lost the word. Uh boycott not boycott. Oh my god.
Come on.
This is what the last few days have done to my brain, dude. I'm like,
Come on.
they tried to protest against it.
Okay. There we
You know
go.
what they do? They're lighting mattresses on fire. The whole place goes into flames. They fucking burnt like 39 people alive. Dead now.
What?
Yeah. Now,
Holy cow.
you got thousands, dude. Thousands just pouring into the country every day. They're just pouring in. Nothing you can do about it. They can't stop it. You know what else is
That's
coming in?
crazy. Diseases with that amount of people.
Not just diseases, tons. I can't remember the exact
Drugs.
number, but a lot of military aged men from China.
Oh, I remember reading something about that.
Now explain why they're coming through that border.
Because they can. It's a weakness right now.
What's funny is so much of this is military aged men. I mean, like 90 something percent of it.
So you think they're planting them?
You
I
know who
mean, it's all speculation
they
and, hypothesis at this
they
point
they
because
say they caught him. Guess who else tried to cross the border illegally? A
mm,
frickin' dude from Afghanistan. Was he from Afghanistan? He was Afghan. That's on the terror watch list. Tried to sneak through with all these immigrants.
they caught him, right?
As far as I know, they say they did.
Let's hope so. I also heard something about a bunch of folks from Russia coming over too.
Here in
I
New
only get
York,
little blurbs and snippets now, so I don't know.
I don't know about all states because I'm like watching what I can find, but I know here in New York, they are first off in Newburgh, New York, one of the places did it. They have hotels where homeless veterans are staying. They kicked them to the curb so that these immigrants can go in there.
What?
People are flipping out. They kicked our veterans to the curb so that these immigrants have somewhere to stay.
I quit.
Know what else they're doing here in New York?
That's messed up, dude. I quit.
Several schools, including one that they said has just built a brand new freaking gym, are housing the immigrants in the school with the kids going to school.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. Tell me that's not fucked up.
Oh, because that's a really smart idea,
That's exactly what you should do. You know, with all the trafficking going on, go stay there and you can watch them and pick the ones you want.
right? Serious? Nah,
And
nope.
YouTube, don't get mad. Go ahead. It's news, man. I'm not telling you something that I'm not making this shit up. It's news.
Fact check it.
It's all over the place. I should have freaking my days have been so wacky and whatever. I wish I would have just got all so we could like share screen it. Dude, the stuff I'm seeing over the last couple of days is blowing my mind. Blowing my mind. Something not good is happening. I'm telling you, it's about to get real bad. I'm telling you, it's going to get bad.
Beans, bullets, and band aids, buddy.
And I'm afraid I'm not even ready.
Oh, I'm lacking on a few supplies. I am lacking on a few supplies.
It's not pretty.
Don't get me wrong. I got enough to last for a little while, but
Mm.
longevity in a uh SHTF scenario, I don't think I have enough.
There's things I wanted to do that I'm not prepared for. Here's another tidbit I want you to think about. And I've been seeing this YouTube. I'm not saying it's real. I'm saying what I've been hearing, what I've seen. It's on TikTok in the news. I'm just telling you what I've heard. I'm not saying this is the shit, but you
This is
know,
what the mainstream media is saying, is what you're
this is
saying,
what's
right?
all over TikTok. People are showing it. There was a guy, and he ain't just like me and you, a dude somewhere in the government, real knowledgeable guy, who came out and he's talking about the Walmarts. You know, there's a lot of Walmarts being looted and a lot of Walmarts are shutting down.
Okay.
He said, here's what the people don't know. The Walmarts are in cahoots with military. They're
Okay.
actually set up. I don't know if it's all of them or if it's so many of them across the country. They're set up for if something goes on, like between what's underneath them and everything else, they're set up to become military bases.
Yeah,
But
like
like,
an incident command center.
yeah, hidden military bases that right now it's a Walmart.
I could believe that. I could see that happening. It
There
wouldn't be
was a
that hard to do.
there's a TikTok guy that was walking through a Walmart, and right in the middle of it, there was stuff missing, and then there was these big wood things, and they were covered. And he said something about FEMA was coming in there.
Hmm,
So you got that.
could be.
You got all these military people, aged kids. There's so much going on, dude. It's It's nuts.
No.
There's so many
Hell in a
things coming to
handbasket,
head
buddy.
all at the same time. It's insanity, dude. What's weird is when you go on and you look at stuff and what people are sharing, they're showing you actual video footage. There's,
Mhm.
you obviously have conspiracy theorists that make up shit, but when you have people showing like video footage of Trump or whoever, you can't deny the footage. And they're showing you the
Well,
news clipping.
there's something to be said about that. There was a video that came out that was 100% AI generated, and in the very top left corner of the screen, in the tiniest little print, it said generated by AI. And there was this lady on Tiki Talkie, right, that covered it, and she's given off this aura as if she's like a news personality or mainstream media kind of individual. And I'm not sure what her name is, but she was talking about it after the clip played, and she's like, actually, everything in that clip was generated by AI. But had she not said that, and you were just watching that clip, you might actually believe that it was 100% true because, dude, bro, it looked real. It didn't look like things were staged or fake or any of that stuff. Usually, right? You can usually tell when something's computer generated and when it's not, right? There's still that just something ain't right here kind of feeling when you see it, like in movies and stuff, and
Yeah.
they do the explosions, yeah, they look good, they look cool. But when you look at it, you're like, I don't know if I don't think that was actually no, dude. This video, I watched it. I'm like, wow, I would have 100% believed that had this lady
Yeah,
not
but
pointed that out.
when you see it and you go to the old Googly and you research it, and then all these fucking news websites come up saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Oh
not
yeah, no,
like,
when it's legit and
yeah,
everybody's covering it.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm getting at. I'm not talking about like one video that I couldn't find anywhere else. I'm talking about shit that's all over the place.
Now there's a flip side to that problem. Yeah, all the media outlets could be covering this same story and putting their own spin on it as they do, and this and that and the other, and blah 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 blah, right? But I want to take you back to pre-internet. Pre-internet. Okay. I'm talking pre-90s. Okay. You and I both grew up and or were growing up or whatever before the internet became a thing, right? We
Mhm.
existed before it existed. And back in the day, what did mom and dad and grandma and grandpa always tell you? Knowledge is key, knowledge is power. The world is stupid because people are not informed enough. Nowadays,
They're
I
overinformed.
think, I think, and this is just a personal opinion, right? This is how I feel. I think that too much information has made the world stupid because like I started this segment with, it's a double-edged sword. All the outlets could be covering the same thing, but you and I as an individual, as people who have a tendency of thinking outside the box, right? We're loophole kind of people. Who says that they're covering a real story? What if the story that they're all covering is actually a made up BS thing to cover for something else? We don't know anymore because of the fact that there's just way too much information. Now, does that make it sound like it's a conspiracy theory and all that kinds of shit? Yeah, sure, it can, right? But
Well,
for the people out there that believe 100% definitively everything that comes out on the news, I take
those
a little bit of
people
issue with that.
drive me insane, man, because they say stuff that you
I
just
take
sit back
issue
and
with
it's
that.
like, holy crap. Like, step back and think about it. Think about what you're
Well, I
saying.
saw this on CSNBC AB3 the other day. Okay, good for you. Did you bother to verify? Did you spend any additional time? Because there's been subject matters in the past when I had time. 2 years ago, we were in different seats. You were over here. You weren't all that crazy super informed, right? And I was the one that was researching everything and sending the
Yeah.
news stories. And, I would find something and I would do 2 days worth of research on one thing, right? All of my free time. And then I would present the facts, right? As I've I had discovered them. Now you're the one doing that because I don't got time, which is actually kind of awesome.
It's
But
odd.
dude,
But
it's
I'm doing it because it's like we're in a pivotal point right now. There's shit going on. It's like, fuck.
I believe, dude, I've been disconnected from what's been going on in the world for a while, but I'm not 100% disconnected, if you catch my drift, right? I still look into certain things. There's stuff that you've sent that I'm like, oh, let me look into that and dig into that further, right? Dude, I truly believe in the limited amount of research I've been able to do because of my schedule over the last 2 years. I do believe that we're about to make history in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
I can't say on this platform exactly what I think that means, but you and I have had discussions. You know what that means. History is going to be made, I think, on U.S. soil very soon. And by very soon, I mean within the next, handful of years or so. Um, Wherever that makes people's mind wander, let your mind wander. It's all hypothetical right now, right? All I'm saying is there's a reason why every once in a blue moon we have our beans, bullets, and band-aids episodes,
That's right.
right? Because if history does get made, I hope y'all are prepared.
The history I think is going to get made means fucking head for the hills in my book.
I mean, you've got the perfect spot, you know.
This needs to be
I
set
we
up.
don't got anything like that around here. I mean, we got national forest that ain't too far away, but I also work an hour away from home. So if shit hits the fan, right? SHTF, I got a really long drive home through all that
And
traffic.
that one is my biggest problem with all the things I need that I'm not
Ugh.
set with yet. The one thing I've been telling Lynn that we've got to be prepared is having something set. Like right now, I'm driving however many minutes to East Aurora to do this job.
Yeah.
I said, what happens if shit hits the fan? We got to get all the way back to try to get kids, get like, there needs to be like a meeting place or need something.
Yep.
My kids are in Colorado and I hate that because what am I going to do?
No. It's not like they'd be able to jump on a plane.
No, me driving there could
I
take
will say,
forever.
I will say this: we do have a plan. We have incorporated my parents and my grandmother into our plan. Everybody knows the plan. Have we rehearsed it? No, but have we talked about it ad nauseum to where it's ingrained into our brains of exactly what the fuck we're going to do and exactly what the fuck we're going to get and exactly who's going to get who? Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good thing.
We're prepared. We're prepared for that in that aspect. Um, to be fair, the biggest hole in our plan is how far away my wife and I both work from home. Uh,
Yeah,
shit hits the fan. The kids are gotten within about 5 minutes. They're covered.
that's good.
Uh, but my wife works an hour away from home. I work an hour away from home, and that's on a normal everyday commute. We're
You
not
need to do
talking
like
about
me.
tearing through crazed individuals trying to make that drive.
You need to
Which,
plan
by the
on
way, when that happens, foot on the gas, keep going.
when it happens. You need to have at least a couple of alternate routes
Oh, dude, I've got like 6 different routes, bro.
because, like me, I still haven't taken a minute to do it. I need to find something to bypass that highway
Yep.
because it's going to be jammed.
And I've driven every single route, right? I've got main highway, which we already know, and in that situation,
It's going to be a
highway is going to
nightmare.
be useless. But I've got about 6 different back road avenues that I could take that
Makes
all
me want to
get
take the
me.
back road.
Yeah. They all get me home. Each one is progressively longer than the other. The
Yeah,
longest
but if
one
that shit
is
happens, that shit's going to be the quickest way.
probably, but the longest route is about an hour and 45 minutes. And that's without any traffic. But then again, when I took that way, there wasn't a soul to be seen. So in
There
a
could be
in a
some
heightened
people on that road, but
situation, that's
also,
probably the way to go.
if that shit's going on, the last thing that you're gonna have to worry about is anybody pulling you over, giving you a speeding ticket, because it's gonna be fucking chaos. It's gonna be beeline it. Give it gas, go.
I mean, unless they've got roadblocks and all that kinds of stuff set up. You never know what's going to happen, buddy.
You never know.
That's the great thing about these hypotheticals. They're
But you know
fun
what's
to
really
talk about.
nice? They're probably not in the fucking middle of a field doing a roadblock. That field, I'll drive right through that son bitch.
There you go. There's a reason why I got my four-wheel drive truck.
All right.
Oh man.
Dude, you know, it's been iffy lately with the pandemic and whatnot, but ever since January 1st,
Oh, hang on. Hold on. Hold the phone. You just said the P word.
yeah, well, you don't even hear about that anymore.
Speaking
Ever
about
since
news, did you hear
what?
what the federal government did about the P word and the Rona and all that?
Well, my understanding is they're supposed to say it was over.
Yeah, they halted all emergency procedures and all that other kinds of shit. They're not tracking nothing anymore except for like serious hospitalizations and
Yeah.
deaths and things of that nature. So
Well,
basically
now
the
they're
federal
worried about the
government has come out
Malberg
and said it's
virus
over.
that
Oh,
gives you
dude, they're
bleeding.
always going to be worried about something. Just just like Obama back in the day predicted a pandemic, just like
Yeah, they predicted it.
Fauci and Bill Gates and all them. And now you've got Biden out there going, well, we got to prepare for the next pandemic. Like,
You know,
because there's going to be another one, is what he says. And it's
to me,
like,
when they talk
yeah, no
that
shit,
forward about it,
dumbass.
when they're saying they know there's going to be another one, you should not be saying that. It's a little bit of a
That kind of
problem.
tells me that it's, maybe
Determined?
I can't finish that word. Just saying, there's been some thought put behind it.
Mm. Anyways, what I was saying
Anywho,
was ever since January 1st, I've said, things aren't going to be right. When Dickhead took office, I said it's going to slowly decay.
yeah,
And think about it, ever since January 1st this year, things got really fucking wacky between
yeah.
derailments, factories blowing up, all this shit, crazy shit going on. By the end of the year, I feel like, in my opinion, I want to make
Opinion,
sure they hear the word opinion.
how you feel in a hypothetical situation.
If not sooner, by the end of the year, you're not going to recognize this country. You barely recognize it anyways already.
Well, buddy, what did I tell you 3 years ago? I said, watch, by 2024, 2025, the United States of America will be unrecognizable from the status that it's in now. And this is back in 2020 when shit first started turning around.
Started, yeah, right when it was first getting
You
started.
fast forward to today, and now you've got the BRICS thing that's coming out. You've got the what they call the one world religion or whatever it is
Yeah,
that they're trying to establish,
that's
right?
happening.
You've got a million other spy balloons from China, blah 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 blah, right? You never know. But anyways, you see the trajectory that all of this stuff is leading down. Dude,
You
I'm
know,
telling you,
that's what's really killing
history
me.
is in the
The making.
making, bro.
That's what's killing me is it ain't like normally it's one crazy thing happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many different crazy as fuck things happening.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Just
almost like,
recently,
hey, what can be more crazy than the next? Which one are people gonna believe? It's like a
well,
competition.
I'll tell you more on that when we come back from this commercial. There's beans, bullets, and band-aids.
Beans, bullets, and band-aids. That's it.
We made
That
it.
was wonderful.
That was
Back to
beautiful.
insanity.
I like how we're still the sponsors who are sponsoring ourselves.
Somebody got to do it.
Anyway, you were saying before the break.
That's like, okay, in Israel recently, obviously in Israel, there's the Jews, the stuff that believe in Christ, and the ones that don't still. The ones
Mm-hmm.
that don't, there's been like mass getting rid of Christians. Like they're going in stores, ripping all the Christian shit for sale down, taking it all out. People going to jail. It's nuts.
Wow.
So
Did
that's
you
what I'm
hear?
saying. Not alone
Did
this
you
country. Go ahead.
did you hear about the new ocean that's forming?
Ocean? No, I know that Africa's splitting into two.
That's it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I just read a thing about it online on the old googly machine. I saw a blurb on it on Facebook, so of course I had to research it. I had to googly it. And I read 3, 4 articles on it, and then of course I went over to TikTok and I did some research over there before going over to YouTube and looking it up on YouTube. So I'm going cross-platform, right? As you're supposed to do when you're researching. Um, yeah, dude. It's like
It's
spreading apart. It's nuts, bro.
it's
Dude,
crazy.
Africa's like getting split. You know how they've been saying this for the last however many decades now? Oh, California's going to
California's
get a
gonna
real bad
break off.
earthquake and it's going to fall
Yeah.
off into the ocean. Dude, it's kind of like that over in Africa.
And that's not a small
What the?
continent. And that whole thing is splitting
No,
into
it's
half.
huge. It's crazy,
That's
dude.
not normal.
That's not normal.
That's what I'm saying. What's driving me the most nuts is all the division, right?
Yep. History is
You
not just being made
people,
here, history
it's
of the
everywhere.
world.
It's like, what's the river? Oh my God, I just had another brain fart. That in the Bible, when it's the end times, it dries up and
Nile?
it's drying up right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
But
have you read about the springs that are randomly popping up in the desert, actually creating like lakes and shit now? Did you see that one?
I have that one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, you'll need to look that one up. I'm not well versed enough in it to discuss it because it just popped up on my feed earlier today, so I haven't really looked into it too much. But apparently, the waters are flowing in several deserts.
What's
Just
killing me
crazy.
is how many things are happening. It's not one major thing. It's so many things. And then as the years going on, like the derailments, those were bad.
Yeah.
You don't hear about them now all of a sudden.
Nope.
You haven't heard a word. It's over.
Hey, you remember the Keystone Pipeline? Just the fact I said it means this episode's going to get ripped off the tubes of you.
But what kills me and what I want to say to people, fuck your damn division.
Right?
Y'all are, how do you not see what so many people are telling you? You can't see it. The
Because,
stuff you're worried about, like racism and all these weird fucking things, is also you don't pay attention to all the shit that we're telling you is happening.
but remember, buddy, from their standpoint, we're crazy.
Yeah, we're the crazy ones.
It's
Dude.
not that we're coming at it logically and we're researching it from 86,000 different
Right.
fucking angles or anything and actually spending time on it. It's the fact that, well, our government hasn't told us anything about that. So therefore, that just can't be true. Go
And
fuck yourself.
There's shit
I'm
that they're
just
not
saying.
telling you. So that really blows my mind. And here's where it leaves me stuck. And this is something with a whole bunch of different situations that's been really a battle in my brain.
Okay.
And that's the difference between being a good Christian and being how I really feel,
Ooh.
if that makes sense.
Whoa, buddy.
So there's how I
I thought you
should
were
be.
Catholic.
There's how I should be. Shh. But then there's how I want to be. And I can't, and God forgive me, I can't help it.
Yeah.
And that's
We're
talking
all
like,
sinners at the end of the day.
it's like in the simple thing with like the honor thy father, but look at my situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by rights, you should help people. No matter what, you fucking help people. It doesn't matter. Be the good guy. No matter what, you help the people.
Mm-hmm.
But my brain goes to, with all these psychopaths that say how Biden's doing amazing and they act like nothing's
good
happening and we're all
Lord.
good to go. And like with the gun control stuff and all that shit, my brain says, if you can't seem to open your damn eyes and stop blasting people because you heard Biden or CNN or whoever say something and that just has to be true and I'm not going to, I'm going to do this and I don't want to see the truth. I want to believe that shit.
Right.
Well, when you find out that right now you're sitting all comfortably in the US and you think it's just all fucking fun and giggles and
Mm-hmm.
you're having that fun, oh, it's something for me to complain about and get my way shit.
Keyboard
When
warrior.
that shit hits the fucking fan and you don't have a gun or don't have all this fucking shit you need and you go, holy shit, it really happened. What do I ever do?
Caught with your pants down.
And you come run to us.
Don't run to
Please
me.
help me. I didn't know.
Nope.
I did. You know,
Nope.
how
We've
am
been
I
trying to
supposed
tell
to
you for
know?
years. Nope. Don't come
And you
running to
start
me.
fucking pleading. My normal brain, when I'm not thinking Christian wise, says,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not a middle finger guy. I think doing a middle finger is dumb as rocks.
Well, yeah,
But
you do the thumbs down now. We already discussed this on the podcast.
you don't sit there and for how long now ridicule people that are telling you wake up
Mm-hmm.
and say the shit you do and write people off. You wrote off family and friends and everything over your craziness.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Oh,
when
no,
it
no, no,
all
no, no, no.
happens,
No, hang on, buddy. They wrote them off over our craziness.
oh, I'm
Remember?
sorry, our craziness.
Our craziness. But when shit hits the fan, who's going to
You're
be
gonna
prepared?
run and you're gonna look for those guys that has the boom boom pew pews and shit like that.
The boom boom sticks.
But my Christian side says, help them. That's what you do. It's a
So
battle, dude. It's a
I'm
battle.
with you. I'm with you on there because my first instinct in my soul is to assist.
Assist.
But the reason why I reacted the way I did when I said, nope, don't come to me or don't come to us because we've been trying to tell you about this for years and you didn't listen. I say that because ultimately my family is my number one and only priority in that kind of a situation. I'm not responsible for somebody who has not taken responsibility for themselves in order to be prepared for a what if scenario. And the reason why I call it a what if scenario, and YouTube, you can fact check this as well. When I went through law enforcement academy, we had to play the what if game all the time. And we were trained to play the what if game 24 hours a day, 7 days a
enough
week,
people do the what if.
365 days a year. And I play the what if game when I'm fucking laying in bed right next to my wife and I'm thinking about my kids and I'm thinking
I
about
do it all day.
what if this happens? How am I going to react in this moment right now? And that's my last fucking thought before I go to sleep because they're my priority. They're the ones that I'm here to protect and they're the ones that I'm going to protect. So just because you failed and you fucked yourself by not preparing for a what if scenario, that's what I mean by don't come running to me because I'm going to be taking care of them and I'm going to make sure ain't nothing going to harm them in that kind of a situation. Do I want to help you as a good human being in my soul? Yes, I do. I want nothing but the best for you. However, you're the one that failed to prepare. You're the one that's getting caught with your pants down. And at the end of the day, I'm not responsible for you. Neither is Nick.
And they're going to be completely
You are
unprepared.
responsible for you.
They become a risk factor for you.
Yeah. And I'm not saying that from a prepper standpoint. I'm not a prepper.
No, there's
right?
a difference between
I don't have 86 years worth of ammo and all that.
And preppers are totally different fucking human beings.
Survivalist. That's what we're talking about. I'm
gonna put it simple. I'm gonna use.
You got me all hot, dude.
I'm gonna use a kid's story. You know how like the boy cried wolf and all the different kid stories.
Yep.
Do you know the story of what was it? There's a cartoon on it too. The cricket, whoever it was, didn't want to prepare for winter.
Okay.
Winter's coming. You got to prepare. I don't need to. I just want to have fun. And they're playing while everybody's out gathering their shit, doing what they got to do to prepare for winter so they can hunker down. And then all of a sudden winter hits, right?
Oh, I remember this story.
Ready to go. And that dude's out there freezing and doesn't know what to do because he did not fucking prepare.
Yep.
And he's banging on doors. Please help me. Please help me. Okay, you should help. But also remember, if you prepare for your family, you have prepared this much.
There's rations involved.
So if you bring on two more people, your rations just went whoop.
Yep.
Plus, you got to consider who you brought on. How much do they eat? What do they, you know what I'm saying? Are they mentally capable? Do they get in a situation where they're not enough, they start flipping out and they fucking steal and you don't know it? You know what I'm saying? There's
And what do they
things you got to think
contribute?
about.
What do they bring to the group?
What do they bring? Are they that
What
dude that just
benefit
sits
do
there
they have?
freaking out, does fucking nothing? You got to go, dude, come on, we got to go. And they're holding you
Yep.
back where you could have fucking been where you need to be. They
Yep.
flip out. They're screaming when you need to be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
That's
my
what
skill
my
sets
brain
are.
goes to.
I know what my skill sets are. I know what my wife's skill sets are. I know what my mom brings to the table. I know what my dad brings to the table. I know what my grandmother brings to the table. And everybody has an ability to contribute in some way, shape, or form in a SHTF situation. Um, there in that scenario, there's no room for X factors. There's no room for variables because everything is planned out. Everything is strategized. We are playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers.
That's right.
Is the only way I can put it. And again, it's not from a, oh, you're a crazy lunatic conspiracy theorist standpoint. No, not at all. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Are they fun to look into? Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
they're
it
a hoot.
fun to play the what if game
Yeah.
based around those scenarios? Yeah. What I'm saying is, I'm a realist. And realistically speaking, if you pay attention to everything going on in the world, and I'm going to say it again for I think the fifth or sixth time now, we are on the cusp of history being made. And if you are not prepared, that's on you.
It's insane, dude. Those people don't have a freaking clue.
I
They're
feel
they're
bad for them, actually,
they're
dude. I
used
really do.
to the eggs are at the store. This is here. I can get in my car. I can do this.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And when it
Yep.
goes all to hell, they're not going to have a fucking clue. You're not going to have
Well,
your phone, so you can fucking
bro,
go on your Facebook.
have you seen those videos online? Hey, where do you where does beef come from? The supermarket? Oh, where do the vegetables come from? The grocery store? Like,
Dude,
you
perfect
don't
example.
know? Like, you really don't know? Like, you can't grow
Right.
your own food, you can't care for your own livestock. What is wrong with you?
Perfect example. When I used to live in Virginia on the farm with my brother and everybody, and his wife then, his first wife, her mother came to visit us, right? We're on 151 plus acres. We have chickens. We have a garden out back. We have goats
Yeah.
and all that shit.
Yeah.
We get our eggs out of the chicken coop. Fresh as you can fucking get.
Yeah. Straight from the ass.
She's sitting there, right? And we want to have
Still
breakfast.
warm.
So that morning, it's really cool when they're first laying because you can literally go, I want eggs for breakfast morning and walk out and get a just laid fucking egg and have
Yeah.
breakfast.
Yeah.
No fucking, none of that shit they do
Hey,
in the
just be
factories.
careful when you go reach under that chicken right there. Make sure they ain't got like a snake or nothing under them first. Did you see that
So,
video?
yeah.
Dude, that video was nuts. I looked at that there, like, damn, that snake's huge.
So I go out one morning, her mom's there, right? And I get eggs and I come in. Now,
Okay.
anybody like that, like me, or I'm not sure how to word this right, but you know that if you're worried about if an egg's any good, very simple test. Cup of water, put the egg in it. If it sinks, it's good. If it starts floating, no.
Yeah.
If it sinks, but it starts to stand up a little bit, you're still okay, but you better eat that damn thing. As soon as it stands up and starts floating, it's no good because it's rotted and it's built a gas inside of it, so it makes it float.
Yep.
I bring the eggs in, and this lady, Lily, looks at me and goes, "You're going to eat those? They've been out in that warm coop." I was like,
It just came out her ass.
it was warm in the chicken.
Right?
My brain, you know what my brain goes to? Do you think that the eggs you get at the store, that when these chickens lay them, they're in a fucking cooler laying eggs?
Right. They got a refrigerated, I can't say it. They got a refrigerated booty hole.
When she's when she said that, dude, I was like, are you kidding me right now? You really think that you can't eat eggs that the chickens are laying out there? Seriously?
Where do you think they come? Do they think they're like grown in a freaking lab?
They're not instantly put in a cooler, ma'am. They don't shit, and it's right. You know what I'm saying? Could
Well, and
not believe. And dude, there's
let's
so
not
many
forget that
people.
before they package them and send them off to the grocery store, they got to do kind of
A
what Nick was talking
test.
about.
They
They
got
got
to
to make
process
sure they're
them. Yeah.
good or bad egg.
And I had to tell her, I said, it's fine. If you're worried about it, put them in a glass of water. And she was like, what? Just couldn't understand it. And that's the type of people, dude. That's why I say the big city, if something goes wrong really bad, the population's going to drop in this country really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate to say it, but it's going to drop real quick because there's
That
too
is
many people.
unfortunately true.
There's too many people between the indoctrination and being so used to the city life, and you just go to the store and all this shit. When that's gone, they have no fucking clue. They don't have no clue.
Well, and let's not forget that in a SHTF situation,
I'm loving my bourbon right now.
in an SHTF situation, if you think the grocery stores are going to be stocked full of food, think again. That's the first place that's going to run out of stuff. Everybody's
It
gonna.
hasn't
You
even
remember,
hit the fan yet, and it's
dude,
already.
bro?
There's
Oh,
TikToks
you
and shit
remember
of
when?
Walmart's fucking empty.
Oh
in
yeah,
places.
empty, dude, empty.
Empty.
You remember when COVID first hit? What was the first thing off the shelves? Fucking toilet paper.
Toilet paper was you couldn't find it.
Why? Why?
That was weird. To me.
Why?
Of all things, you flipped out and said, "Holy crap! I better be able to wipe my ass."
It makes no sense.
None.
Dude. Of all things, toilet paper was the first thing to run
To this
out.
day, I don't understand that.
I don't get it.
You know what else is funny? I seriously think some things were purposely too. Hand sanitizer and shit wiped out. Couldn't find them. People had to make their own. And dude, they were ripping people off. I remember going to a fucking value place over
yeah.
here. It's a little home center, like a little hardware place. And they were selling, and they walked it out to you. They didn't want you going in the store.
Yep.
Little bottles of their own sanitizers. And they were charging out the ass for these fucking things.
I bet.
And it was very diluted. It was shit. Like you put it in your hand, it was like water.
Yeah.
And they bring it out and they're like $6 to $10 for a bottle. Are you serious?
Yep.
95%
water.
I made my own. It was real simple, and my own was the one I liked the best out of anything I've ever used.
There you go.
The highest percent isopropyl alcohol you can get in some fucking aloe, and you fucking mix it up and there you go. You want to mix it up in the aloe or in whatever cream like that you have, just enough so it's not watery, so you can get it on your hands, right? But you know what's really funny? For the last how long now? There's so much hand sanitizer that everywhere I go, there's like, please buy it.
Yeah.
There's just
it's like they
of it,
overstocked or
can't get
something
rid
like
of it
that.
now.
Yep. Oh, dude. But
I gotta tell you, at this point, all the stuff we've said, and we've only fucking broke off a little piece of the pie crust. There's so much.
And I'm gonna throw this out there. I can't speak for Nick. I can only speak for myself, but I'm pretty sure he's going to agree with me. Even though we have these things in place that make us as ready as we can be, and I'm not saying we're ready.
I'm not.
No, we're not 100% ready by any means. I really, really hope that we're wrong. I don't want any of that shit to happen.
I would like to just enjoy life. I don't want all this crazy shit.
Exactly. I really, really, really hope and pray that shit does not hit the fan. All I'm saying is it's better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best than it is to not prepare at all. If that makes sense.
I just want to say to the people out there, I really wish you would become more sound mind and open-minded and stop going, nope, it has to be what I think because CNN said it. And if you don't believe me, I hate you. You guys got to stop that shit. That's why we're at where we're at right now.
The problem, buddy, is everybody's too focused on whether or not they feel offended to be able to.
Fuck, you're offended.
to be able to focus on whether or not they're ready,
Dude,
if that makes sense.
they're so the stuff that they cry, oh, you hurt my. What are you gonna do when we're infiltrated and there's martial law and you're fucked? And they're not gonna give a shit about what your beliefs or what offends you. They don't give a
I love
shit.
I love how you say, what are you gonna do if we're in, not when.
I'm trying to be careful.
I know. It's all still hypothetical.
Dude, it burns my buttons, man.
Burns my buttons. It really grinds my
All the
gears.
complaining and all this crap these people are doing every day, it's like to the point.
It's exhausting to listen to.
It is.
It's exhausting to
You guys
listen
are
to.
so stupid, and you're so worried about being TikTok famous, or I got my way, I won something. What are they if they win their way? Okay, so there's a group of people and they're going after a certain thing they're protesting about. If they win that, are they happy? No.
No, they're
They
gonna
move
find
to the
something
next
different.
fucking thing.
Yep.
There's no happy. They gotta have something. What do you got going on in your life that's what you need?
You want to do something fun, Nick?
I want
We haven't
to.
played with these in a long
It's been.
time.
Oh my god.
What do you think? Should we ask some questions?
If you want to, but I just want to say once, I love everybody, even the psychos that I think are psychos. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying in my head, I'm like, holy shit, why can't you think a little better?
You're not normal.
I love everybody and I pray for everybody, but some of y'all out there, I hope you wake up before it's too late. I really do.
Me too.
Because it ain't funny.
I kind
Me
of
too.
forgot how to do this. Kind of forgot how to do this.
Are we screwed?
Right. All right. Well, first I have to establish the connection, right? So, for anybody out there, if you didn't see, was it a Halloween episode we got these out, I think? I can't remember. Anyways, they're quote unquote divinity rods. You can order them on Amazon. They're super cheap. But you ask your guardian angel some questions. And if the answer is yes, well, you have to actually explain the rules. Ask them to cross the rods if the answer is yes, or to open the rods if the answer is no. Obviously, I'm not holding them the right way. I've got my fingers on here right now. I'm going to soon grip them the way they're supposed to be done. But we did this a while back, and I asked my entity that was with us to point the rods at the camera, and sure enough, it goes right to the camera.
Yeah.
It was
It was
crazy.
pretty weird.
It was fun, but we got about 20 minutes left, I think, maybe 15 minutes. So let's see here. See if I can remember how to do this. Okay. I would like to speak with my guardian angel, please. If my guardian angel is present, could you please cross the rods so that we may speak? Oh, dude, that's crazy. Oh, that's nuts. Okay. Could you reset the rods and point them both back at the camera, please? So that I may ask you another question. There we go. That's awesome. All right. Guardian angel, to signify an answer of yes, I would ask you to please cross the rods. Just like that.
Yeah.
To signify an answer of no, I would ask you to please open the rods away from each other. Could you do that for me now, please? Open the rods away from each other. There you go. Oh, goosebumps. All right, Nick, what's the first question? I think we're ready.
Oh my god.
Go for it, buddy.
I don't even know. I got an influx.
You tell me what to ask. Okay. Are Nick and I, with what we've been discussing on the show so far, are we correct?
Oof,
Dude.
not good.
Okay. Could you please reset the rods by pointing them towards the camera? Waiting. Man, dude, that's like a strong, yeah, you guys are right. Holy cow. There we go. All right, what's
How
next, pal?
about before anything goes bad, like are we ever gonna be united? Or is it just gonna always be like a division?
As a people,
Yeah.
as like, okay. Will the United States citizens finally come to unity before shit hits the okay. Okay. Good. Good.
I hope
Yeah.
so.
We will we will find unity, brother. Dude, the amount of like there's only one way I can describe it. The amount of like energy I feel flowing through my body is insane. It's amazing. Oh, oh.
Well, I need my bug out bag sooner or later.
will will Nick need his bug out bag within the next year? Oh,
Wow,
opening
it said
wide. That's
no.
a big no right there.
Oh,
Okay. Good. Good. Reset. Point the rods towards the cameras to reset, please. That was like immediate. Holy shit. Will Nick need his bug out bag for a shit hit the fan scenario within the next 5 years? Oh, buddy.
yeah, it's a
Oh, whoa.
go that way.
I'm thinking it's going to be sooner, dude. That was a hardcore yes. Could you?
Should Nick shave his beard?
I'm not asking that.
Yeah, what do it anyway?
Um, could you point both of the rods in the direction of your presence, please? That's only one rod. Could you point the other rod in the direction of your presence, please?
Behind you.
Both of them are right over my right shoulder, bro.
Yes, interesting.
Oh, that's amazing. I just got goosebumps. I just got goosebumps. Okay. Please point the rods back at the camera so we can ask a couple more questions, please. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Should Nick
Just
shave his beard? I'm gonna say that's a no, buddy.
it's
Oh, there
prep.
they go. They open a little more. Oh, nope.
No,
Apparently, you have no business shaving your beard, bro.
there you go.
Okay. Um, you got any other questions?
Is California gonna break away from the states? How would it even answer? It can't hear me.
Maybe it does hear you. Kind of like Africa falling apart, getting that big old river forming its own ocean right now. That's crazy. Okay. Um, ooh, ooh. Are aliens living amongst us right this moment in time? Do aliens currently reside on Earth? There we go. That's crazy.
It stuttered for a minute. Like, should I answer this?
Right? That's kind of what I was thinking, dude. Oh, that's nuts. Ah, could you please reset the rods and direct them towards the camera? Dude, my hands are like shaking, bro. Oh, okay.
Will there be a civil war?
Ooh, that's not definitive on the time frame. Well, let's just do this. Uh, in our lifetime, will there be a civil war in our lifetime?
Ugh.
Dude,
And see, that's the thing. How would we handle that? A civil war plus the other war plus all this other shit.
we can't ask those questions, buddy. They're not yes or no, Nick. Please reset the rods and point them towards the camera so we can ask another yes or no question. Take your time. It's okay. We appreciate you being here and answering our questions.
Might not want to do anymore. It's probably like, y'all are asking questions I shouldn't be answering.
Oh, man. Dude, my hands are hot. They're sweating so bad right now. Um, real quick, just to prove to folks that it ain't me doing anything. I could like turn my hands in and do all kinds of stuff, and I can make these things kind of move a little bit, but there's zero control over them because there's this little slippy do guy. So I can't turn this in my hand once it's in that notch.
Well, to make them go one way or another, you'd have to do it enough where it would be obvious. If you were to be able to make it go out.
Dude, bro, this is the second time in my life I've ever held these things. The first time was
You
on here.
can't.
The second time is on here.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
see, look, they're yep.
When you first did it, you had literally just taken them out of the box.
Yeah, we
So in
unboxed
order
them
to
on
make
here.
them go one way or another, it would be freaking obvious. Your
Yep.
hands would, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, why am I so nervous when I do this?
Because you don't like the ghostly Googlers.
I don't. They freak me out. Is it true
Plus, it's probably not really
that
something you're supposed to be doing.
probably not? Is it true that you can also use light fixtures to communicate via making them blink? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm not going to ask it to do that. That's really scary.
Should I get Brandon a doll like the Isle of Dolls?
No. Please open the rods as wide as possible to signify the answer of no. Thank you. There's one. There's two. Dude, it's legit going.
It doesn't want me to send you a doll.
I asked it to do it as wide as possible. And
And
bro,
it's as wide as possible.
they ain't moving. I'm a little scared. Bro, I'm a little scared right now. That's crazy. Please point both of the rods back at the camera for one or maybe even two more questions. We've only got 5 minutes left of our show. I went a little far.
It's like it's not sure if it wants to answer more questions.
Right. Well, why are you? Could you point both of the rods back at the camera, please?
Well, it's kind of a question. It's saying yes, it can.
Aim both of the rods back at the camera, please. Wow. See, you're a genius, Nick. You're a genius, but
See? Yes,
yes,
I'm a
you are.
genius.
Aim both of the rods back at the camera, please. Or not. Is it possible, when asked, for you to reveal yourself to people so that we could see you?
It doesn't want to answer that question.
Is
That's
it
weird.
possible for you to reveal yourself so that we could see you if we were to ask you to? Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm done.
Possible doesn't mean no,
That's all I needed. Thank
that's
you.
it.
Appreciate it. Dude, look at all the flickeries going on in my camera. Did you see that?
I looked away for a second.
I think it's a little upset that I stopped. I got the people bumps. I got the people bumps. Oh my god. You're gonna have to do that next time, Nick. You gotta get yourself a set of those. I think they were only like $12.99 or something like that on Amazon when I got them. Freaky Mount Freaky Deaky.
Freaky diggy.
Oh. Anywho's, that was fun. Thanks y'all for being here.
I hope you enjoyed our rant and our talk about all the nation's problems.
Hey, we're not here to provide solutions or anything like that. We're not here to lay blame or anything like that. We are here to enjoy each other's presence,
We don't even usually
to
do this, but
to entertain y'all. We didn't even know that it was going to go this route. We had nothing planned. It just kind of morphed, and what you saw was just a genuine conversation between two dudes. That's it.
very much
So,
opinion based. Some
yeah,
things are things that are actually happening. You can't. It's happening.
we did trickle in some facts there in the beginning before we went into our hypothetical scenarios.
Yeah.
Um, if nothing else, hope y'all were entertained at the very least. Anyways, hope y'all were somewhat entertained. For some others, hopefully you were able to learn a little something. And for others, maybe you're able to open your mind a little bit more than you were before, or maybe you were already open-minded to begin with, and you find yourself inspired to go prepare in other ways, shapes, forms, whatever. Anywho's, if shit hits the fan, all the best to you. We're rooting on you. We just can't help you. Still love you. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Go to
Swing it.
Linktree. Go to Linktree, buy some stuff.
Do something.
You're gonna need clothing.
Yeah. Something to put fresh water in.
And until next time, y'all be good.
Later, guys.
Bye.